Football is my favourite. I love playing it with my friends.
When I score a goal, I celebrate and dream of playing for the Caltex Socceroos.
And this is where it all starts, with the Aldi Mini-Roos kick-off program. I grab my shin pads, boot bag, drink bottle and bowl, then join my mates for some fun.
It's great. We learn new skills every week through games and activities. These help us learn about teamwork and respect for others. My mum cheers me on the sidelines. She loves watching me play. She likes it that football is such a safe sport.
But best of all,
we make lots of new friends.
And if we are lucky, we might run into the Aldi Mini-Roos ambassadors.
Wow, it's Archie Thompson. He's a legend.
And Steph Catley from the Westfield Matildas. She is amazing.
Come and join Australia's biggest football program for kids. Come and join us.
We swear a lot at Total Tools. We swear by our range. We swear by our service. And of course, we swear by our prices. So you'll know that you're buying at the best price every day. Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
Hi, my name is Asma and I'm from Somalia. Football Queensland has inspired me to continue playing football.
Welcome to the Anamirs Velodrome, a fantastic venue for what should be a fantastic final. It's the South East Queensland Premier League Futsal Open Men Championship final between Galaxy FC and Sunshine Coast Wave. It's first versus second on the ladder, the Premier's Galaxy. They won the title by just 2 points from Sunshine Coast Wave. No doubt that means we're going to have a pretty exciting grand final ahead of us. Of course, Football Queensland would like to thank all our major sponsors for enabling us to put this live stream on. It includes Kappa, the Academy of Sport, Total Tools, our referee sponsors, and All Sport will be providing all the balls for this weekend's matches. The matches have been of such a high standard. If you have just joined us, you missed a thrilling youth final in which Redlands United fell to Galaxy FC on penalties. 3-2 on penalties. Galaxy and Redland sharing a 4-4 draw after extra time. As for two teams enter the field, Zach Keaton is your Total Tools senior referee, Riley Anastasio the junior ref, and Sam Turner the assistant. Very, very exciting to see these two teams in such a magnificent venue, of course built for Commonwealth Games, held both here in Brisbane and the Gold Coast in 2018 in March. I was lucky enough to be here for one of those games, one of those events, the indoor track cycling. And for those of you who do have a bit of an understanding of track cycling, it is mighty, mighty warm in the venue, and the reason for that is that it helps with the speed of the cyclists. Unfortunately, it probably has the opposite effect on futsal, especially towards the end of the competition. Nevertheless, we have seen some very exciting matches so far. Having to make a couple of changes to my team sheet. There's been a few number changes. A couple of players to look out for, not least Dallas Dack. He'll be wearing the number 51 jersey. He is the top goal scorer in the competition with 31 goals. Not far ahead of his teammate, Reese Buick. He managed 27. And Adam Stacey, also in this lineup. He's wearing number 41. He scored 26 goals this season. Futsal, such an important tool in order to help players develop their skills in close proximity to one another. And keep your eye open for some of those dazzling skills to be on show on this live stream. I'm Simon Smale. I'll be taking you through this match as the two teams just get themselves ready. The Sunshine Coast Wave look like they're ready and have been for a short while. They're in the dark blue shirts with the yellow sleeves. Galaxy are in the orange. And we are underway here, and a couple of early touches for Galaxy. It's a hold possession at the moment. Prego playing that holding quarterback role. Here is Dack. Dack trying to play an incisive ball early towards Inoue. But an early opportunity, in fact, for Wave. And Ben Parkinson, if he had his time again, just shows how quickly things can change in futsal. Such a small pitch, and that does place that tight skill, places such a premium on that ability to control the ball well and move the ball around quickly. You'll see the players off the ball moving all the time. Prego looking to find an angle. Here's Rafael de Lima. Lima goes back, a shot comes in. It was fumbled initially. No harm done. The Sunshine Coast Wave hammering that ball back upfield. It'll be interesting to see how these two teams approach this match. A couple of familiar names. We'll point them out when they do come onto the field, as Inoue finally finds himself in front of goal. Oh, I'm not quite sure how he missed. We'll have to have a look at the replay. Lovely 1-2. Oh, it was not far off at all. Just fading away. That might have made all the difference. Ball comes inside for Patrick Moore. He's well kept out by the goalkeeper. Ball runs out over the foot of Dak. Talking about how much importance he's placed on that tight control. Dak's letting him down on that occasion. I dare say that'll be a rarity. You don't be the league's top goal scorer unless you can handle yourself in the tight spaces. Tempo slightly slow at the moment. Nue looking to play the ball forward. He's pulling the strings at the back. Here's Prego. Prego looking for an option. Just takes the ball away from a challenge. Skips away from it. Nice football. Prego wanted it back. Never quite got to him. Oh, it's good football. He wants the foul back, and Dallas Dak perhaps showing why he is the top scorer by rifling that ball in towards the feet of Jeremy Stewart, who had that early opportunity. Touch from Edwards. Edwards goes back. Support's there from Parkinson. Parkinson being closed up a little bit by De Lima. The ball goes out. It was Patrick Moore unable to keep the ball under control, and Rafael De Lima, player you'd hazard a guess at having some South American influence in his name, and of course futsal being so important in South America, as Foroon Inoue just tries to squeeze himself through a non-existent gap. And foul given. Jesse Prego hoops that one over the top, fired in the shot. First time Foroon Inoue had it, and that ball disappears into the grandstand behind us. Sort of intervention you need. No nonsense defending. And we are, of course, thankful Verano cyclists going past. It's Goncalves. Parkinson. Skips away, and now Prego takes up possession. The Galaxy FC kicking from right to left in their orange shirts. Here is league's top goal scorer, Dallas Dak. Didn't quite come off for him on that occasion either. Tried to get the head on that, did Pat Moore. Brandon Hoskins gathered pretty comfortably. De Lima. Prego gets the ball back. Deception and intrigue. Shot comes in. That time it was Adam Stacey. You'll see a lot of that. Players looking and pointing one way, passing the other. Anything to just try and create an inch of space, and some of these players only need an inch for which to create a bit of space and move things around. Galaxy goalkeeper Brandon Hoskins is named in Team of the Week alongside two of his teammates, Reece Buick and Adam Stacey, for round 10 of the South East Queensland Futsal Premier League. Foroon Inoue showing perhaps he should have been involved as well. Julian Edwards, Galaxy. Also involved. Ball hammered clear. Possibly could be considered a shot on target. Keeper's throwing it from one end of the field to the other at the moment. Oh, how about that for a little flick? Glorious touch from Jeremy Stewart. It's played in the National Premier Leagues, Jeremy Stewart. Another player you might recognise wearing number 15 in that dark blue jersey, Jez Lofthouse. He's had a bit of a haircut in the off-season. The Olympic winger. Really had a breakout season in the National Premier League's Queensland 4 Olympic. Made that fantastic grand final. Oh, and just getting a little bit shirty, Jez Lofthouse with Rafael de Lima. Galaxy having all the play at the moment. Anyway, shot comes in, fizzed across the face. It got a touch. It'll be a corner for the Galaxy. There was some venom on that shot. It's the captain, Jesse Prigo, who hit it. It'll be he who takes the corner. Taking his time. Goes all the way back to Inoue. Shot comes in over the other side of the goal this time. It was Stacey who hit it. Wide of the target. Lofthouse with that touch that we've come to expect from him. And the red and white stripes of Olympic. Won't be able to use his pace so much in these tight confines of the futsal court. He'll be able to use that close control. Putting it obviously such good stead. Here is Lofthouse. Lofthouse flips the ball across. And Jeremy Stewart can't quite direct it on target. Nice interplay between those two former Sunshine Coast teammates in the 11-a-side game. Just hammered clear by Galaxy FC. We're going to have to weather a little bit of pressure, you feel. Momentum can change oh so quickly, and Jeremy Stewart getting close to getting onto the end of that one. Still there, up front, putting pressure on. Nice touches over on that far side, and the ball comes all the way over to this near side, and Rafael de Lima. Lima's continued his run. Nice touch, nice close control. He's challenged by Lofthouse. Lofthouse able to escape from his clutches, though, and put the ball out. It'll be a Galaxy FC throw. Rather lacking in balls at the moment, you feel. A few flying left, right, and centre. Prego will take. Oh, lovely ball inside by Stacey. And then Inoue couldn't quite direct his shot on target. The diminutive player, size or lack of it. Obviously a useful attribute in futsal, having that low centre of gravity, that ability to hold up the ball, to create space for yourself and your teammates. The absolute opposite end of the spectrum is Jez Lofthouse. Tall, skinny figure. He's on the ball now, fires a shot in, it's blocked. And then the ball is passed straight back by Adam Stacey. Bit of a brain fade there. And Brandon Hoskins agrees. Just flicked up and, oh, massive brain fade. And what can the Sunshine Coast Wave manage to fashion here? We'll need a touch. Julian Edwards is back. He'll be looking to fire one in. Sorry, it's Mitchell Bridge who's just waiting and lurking. It was Edwards, and it was blocked away. It will still be Sunshine Coast Wave ball. A bit of a let-off there for Galaxy FC. You have all your players back, though, so always difficult to score in those situations, but those shots can sting, and you never know what might happen with a deflection or two. Hoskins will take the restart for the Galaxy. It was contentious, especially if you're wearing dark blue. Nice touches on that near side. Here's Prigo. Prigo looking to create space for himself. Shot comes in. It flipped up and hit the keeper in the face almost. Off the back. Here's Lofthouse. Lovely touch from Lofthouse. Oh, excellent work again. Can't quite keep it under control though, and the ball escapes out. But Lofthouse just showing what he can do and using that acceleration that he has and used to such great effect in the National Premier League Queensland to create that space for himself and just set himself up. Didn't quite fall for him though. Galaxy will break. Neat flick there by Prego. And Inoue cuts back inside to Stacey. Good save in the end. Sunshine Coast living by the seat of their pants at the moment. Here is the shot. It's Arlo Hook who goes down. Just went over the foot. And this is a promising opportunity. We'll have a look at it. It was Jez Lofthouse, who can be slightly tempestuous on occasion, the youngster. He is still a youngster. It's worth remembering that. Stacey's going to let fly here, you think. It's deflected away. Fairly comfortably defended by the Wave. Stacey goes back to Prego. Ione, Prego with the shot. It's fallen for Stacey. Hook's in the middle. Will never get to him. It will be Wave ball. Deft little flicks from the foot of Jez Lofthouse. Wave playing, ball out from the back. It's intercepted in the end. Here's Dallas Dack back on the field. Inoue. Nice ball back inside. It was another shot on target for Galaxy FC, but didn't really pose any problems for the Wave keeper. Calvez is back on the field for the Wave. Plays a 1-2 with Lofthouse. Edwards wanted it. Concalves goes himself. I tell you what, Brandon Hoskins came flying out, but didn't get a touch according to the officials. And Galaxy will build from the back, but not like that. Concalves battling over on that far side with Priego. Goes across to Hoskins. Oh, miscontrol there by Edwards. It's fallen for the Wave. Lofthouse. Edwards. Lofthouse continued his run. It's coming in our direction, that ball. Over the top, it was well watched and well dealt with by Brandon Hoskins. There's Lofthouse just ghosting into positions, causing all sorts of problems early doors. For the Sunshine Coast Wave, who finished just 2 points adrift of Galaxy, at the top of a very, very tight men's ladder in the Football Queensland Futsal Grand Premier League. This grand final in the open men. There's a water goal! Oh, Tyrone Inoue! They've tried that a couple of times, have Galaxy FC, but oh, have a look at this. What a pass. And you do not place them any better than that. What a way to open the scoring in the South East Queensland Futsal Premier League Grand Final. And Galaxy have opened the scoring, the premiers. Tyrone Inoue. What a goal. You see the spectacular with quite a lot of regularity in futsal. You best stick that one on the highlights reel. That was really, really special. How will the Wave respond? Coughing up possession with a turnover that Brandon Hoskins will restart proceedings. Still can't get over just the quality of that goal. The pass was something quite special. Jesse Prigo. Nue just. He's adjudged to have gone all out of play, the ball. Julian Edwards suggesting that that ball did get kicked away from him while he was trying to make this play. Bridge went back to Edwards. Edwards exchanging passes over on that far side with Goncalves. Bridge. Edwards. Goncalves. Tried to squeeze it through a gap that wasn't there, and Scott Fenn was able to take possession, but it quite worked out. It will be a Sunshine Coast Wave ball over on that far side in front of their own bench. Edwards hammers it forward. The vague direction of Bridge. Bridge couldn't get the control done with his head, and it'll be a Galaxy FC ball over on that far side in front of their bench. Nice touches. Time over the top. Again, Fenn being the target. Wave ball though. Edwards. Neat football, good movement from the Wave. Goncalves maintains possession. And he'll look to take the restart on this near side. Patient build up from the Wave, but always looking for that incisive pass. Stewart on the ball now. Edwards had continued his run, but he couldn't quite get squeezed through to him. Nice little touch, really nice touch actually from Rafael de Lima. De Lima looking for a pass, finds it in Nue, the goal scorer. What a goal it was too. Do keep possession there through Fenn and de Lima, but they've coughed up possession. Now here's Stewart. Stewart gets intercepted, and then there's a little bit of a tangle, but really good work from Inoue. He's all over the place at the moment. Ball back inside. Shot comes in. It's deflected behind. And have a look at it again. It's the defending of Bridge that made that vital touch in the end, but it's at the expense of a corner. A couple of substitutions now, though, for Wave in order to deal with that. It's Rafael de Lima who will be taking possession. That's back. Gee, that's some shot. It's coming from Inoue. They're pleading that there was a touch. And we're not having any of it, this Total Tools officiating team. See if we can see what happened. Inconclusive from our camera angle. Ben Parkinson, wide to Edwards. Parkinson once more. Bridge was dispossessed. More patient build-up from the Wave. We've played just over 10 minutes, 10.5 minutes in this first half of the South East Queensland Futsal Premier League Grand Final. The ball is allowed to run out of play by Rafael de Lima. Jeron Inoue. Just a little bit of an exchange between the two. They know what they're trying to achieve and just weren't able to get the application right on that occasion. Edwards pulling the strings in his own half. He takes it into the opposition half this time. Again, one of those little aerial flicks. Doesn't quite come off for the Wave. Oh, how's about that for a flick? And he's unceremoniously dispatched to the deck. A wry smile, perhaps. Lovely piece of skill. Wasn't a great tackle from Jeremy Stewart, it has to be said. The skills on display by Adam Stacey. Who's going to hit this? Prego. Wave, come back. Flicked over the top. A headed effort from goalkeeper Brandon Hoskins. Short exchange between the Galaxy bench and Wave players. Edwards over on that far side. Exchanging a couple of pleasantries, perhaps asking why he didn't trap the ball and allow him to play on quickly. The reasons will no doubt be obvious. Patrick Moore plays in Edwards. Edwards is dispossessed and danger now, but it's good effort there in blocking that ball from Patrick Moore. Edwards with the shot. Edwards still has possession. Shot comes in. It comes off the back of the head, but Fenn, I think. There was contact. Certainly not enough to warrant a foul, but have to be careful on the edge of the D in order not to give away a cheap free kick. Arlo hook. Apologies, Stacey was dispossessed, but does well to win the ball back on Edwards, but concedes a foul in doing so. It's a Sunshine Coast Wave ball. Edwards offering a little bit of advice. Asking for a card, I think. Moore. Plays for 1-2. Good movement, good quick passing by the Wave. Edwards. Edwards gets the ball back. Oh, there's a little bit involved there. Edwards and Prego. Temper's quick to rise, and Zach Keenan's just going to come in and have a little bit of a look. I'll tell you what, Jesse Prego is more than entitled to just stop himself there, and Julian Edwards manhandled somewhat. Strange set play from the Galaxy. They lead by a goal to nil. It was Terone Unue who scored it, and it was some goal. No doubt we will be putting highlights up across social media. This time it was Jeremy Stewart who was brought to ground. No shot from the free kick. Parkinson. Moore, who's dispossessed. Shot comes in. By Calvez. An opportunity now to make it 2, and it's just across the face. Jesse Prego could have doubled the lead, and he should have doubled the lead. Save keeper did very well in coming out so quickly. Oh, how's that for close control? Oh, magical close control from Stacey. They're appealing for something, the Galaxy FC supporters and bench. Nothing given. And the ball goes over the top. Have a look at this close control. That is fantastic. A little bit lucky there. Oh, that's brilliant. And then look to ride a challenge of Stewart. He might have had a case, you know. Nevertheless, Adam Stacey digging deep into the toolbox to display all his wares. There, and he's going to do so again, and he's manhandled to the ground this time. The case will be made by Ben Parkinson and indeed the Sunshine Coast Wave bench that he got the ball. It's not enough of a case, according to Zach Keenan. Again, the decision perhaps going the wrong way. We're going to have a shot here. No, we're not. It's going to come out to De Lima. Oh, it opens up for De Lima, and he just flashes that one across the face too. This Sunshine Coast Wave goal leading something of a charmed life. Oh, it's a decent enough ball over the top, just too far ahead of Parkinson. We'll get things going quickly. We'll see this shot now from Rafael De Lima. It just came out of his feet so quickly. Not many people expecting the shot. Here's Dak's been quiet so far. There you go. Dak. De Lima. Then. There you go. Lovely football from Galaxy FC. Sometimes you just have to sit back and watch and enjoy. Dak fires the cannon. Comes off Parkinson and came out with a shot like a cannon as well. It echoed around the Anime's Velodrome. Magnificent venue for this grand final. What can Moore do with this ball? Good control by Inoue. Here's an opportunity for De Lima up the other end. De Lima cuts back inside, goes again, has a shot. Does Dallas Dak. Like, just fires one with the outside of his left boot. De Lima. Inoue had continued his run. Here he is now. A retained possession Galaxy despite the heavy touch by De Lima. Ball over the top to Inoue. He scored in a similar situation, but it's just too far ahead of him. That ball had gone out, had it not? Apparently not. Sideline for the Galaxy. Shot comes in by Prego, and again it just gets fired like a shot out of a cannon. A bit of afters there from Stewart on Dallas Dak. Hoskins picks the ball up. Hammered forward by Prego. Dallas Dak wanted it to feet. Just no passing avenue though, so he had to go aerial to De Lima. And now the Sunshine Coast Wave will look to build from the back. Moore. Little bit of a trip there on Inoue. It's come back for De Lima. Good save. Galaxy will go back to square one and maintain possession through Jesse Prego and Brandon Hoskins. Hoskins back to De Lima, and now Prego once more. Now De Lima. De Lima crabbing upfield. Gets dispossessed though. Good work by the Wave. They want a passing lane. They go aerial again, and oh, there might have been suggestion of an elbow there from Parkinson. He went down quite early. I don't think it could have been intentional. We'll have a look. Oh, it was actually the shoulder of Dallas Dak, and I can tell you from the proximity that we have that it's a considerable shoulder. Did look accidental. He was trying to hold play up a little bit, and Ben Parkinson has rather borne the brunt of that intervention from Dallas Dak, who hasn't played a role in scoring just yet. The leading goal scorer with 31 after 10 rounds. It's not a bad return. And that was part of a total for the Galaxy of 122 in just 10 games. They only conceded 34. That's a league leading both for and against, for a goal difference of 88. They lost once and drew once in the league season, did Galaxy, and they will now look to be continuing that vein of form against the team that they beat to the Premiership, Sunshine Coast Wave. At the moment, it is 1-0 to the Galaxy. And it was some goal. Inoue. Here is the goal scorer. Lovely footwork from De Lima. It's just a pleasure to watch sometimes. Lofthouse went in with a lot of enthusiasm but didn't come away with the ball. Prego. Now Inoue. Coughs up possession, and that ball just flashed across the face. Wasn't far away from the equalising strike. Played on quickly. Lovely work down to De Lima. Rafael De Lima, it squeezes through, and then saving the corner was Brendan Prickett. Chipped over the top. Lofthouse narrows the angle for himself and gets dispossessed by Stacey, who rides the challenge and maintains possession. Ball up to the top again, and it was Stacey who leaves a big, long streak of sweat along the surface. He makes mention of that to the Total Tools assistant on this near side. We'll have a look at that again. This is exactly how the Galaxy scored their first goal, and you never know, had Adam Stacey managed to connect with that, we could have been talking about a 2-goal advantage. But as we approach just 2 minutes to go in this first half, it is the Galaxy leading by a goal to nil. A special goal, a special strike from our own Inoue. Good touch, hammered back downfield though. Brennan Parkinson not able to do much with the attention of the goal scorer Inoue. So touch tight. Inoue flicks that ball out. They've got away with it, although has the ball gone out of play? Yes, it has. Stewart will take. Here's Lofthouse. Eric Goncalves. Parkinson played that against his opponent. They'll retain possession for Wave. Lofthouse. Lofthouse trying to turn the corner, unable to do so, and has a little swipe at Prego. Prego doing so well. His control is really good. And yeah, he had 1, 2, and maybe a third swipe just above the knee. And that is why we have the free kick in this very threatening position. Stacey will strike it. He strikes it well, but it's well saved by Pickett. Got plenty on it. Almost not enough time to react. How's that touch once again from De Lima? And Stacey's there. Eric Goncalves wanted Brendan Prickett to come out, but I dare say he's still recovering from making that save. He had to be so alert, and it might have taken the wind out of him a little bit. Did use his hands, but I think he would have just been thankful to get anything on that. Such a good save. Over the top for Stacey. That's another good save. It'll be another corner. Stacey's had a couple of opportunities now. He's been involved right from the off. There's just 30 seconds or so remaining. Inoue couldn't repeat the acrobatics, but did in fact get a deflection on its way through. Another corner for Galaxy. The pressure really building in the closing stages of this first half. Shot comes flying over the top from Adam Stacey. Free kick is given to the Wave. What can they do in the last 10 seconds or so of this half? Not much. I don't think there was much extra in that, and Stacey involved once more. She hit that with some venom. We see a similar tactic being employed by the Wave. Lofthouse on the edge, tries to play a dinky one through, and Concalves suddenly found himself with some space, and Inoue had to do well to just get his body in the way and flick it out of danger. Lovely movement, it wasn't. In fact, Inoue, he was there standing watching the pass just like the rest of us. It was Hoskins who got the vital touch. And how vital will it be? As Prego sends that one just over the top. Gee, there's been some good football so far in this first half. Parkinson. Lofthouse wants it. Tries to go for the miracle ball. It comes off for Stewart. Stewart crowded around, uses his footwork brilliantly to get past 4 players. Couldn't get enough space to fashion a shot. You're watching the South East Queensland Premier League Grand Final from the Animeers Velodrome. Simon Smale bringing you all the action on the Football Queensland live stream, thanks to Double Take as Stewart comes that in. It was a sideline hit though, so despite the ball actually going to the back of the net, it needed a touch. Shot comes in, it was just the foot of Prickett. And we go to the half-time break. Galaxy leading the Sunshine Coast Wave by 1-0. It was some goal. I will implore the Football Queensland social media team to cut that one up and stick it on social media because it was spectacular. We'll have a short break. Don't you go anywhere because there is plenty more futsal to be played in this one. It's Galaxy FC leading the Sunshine Coast Wave at half-time in the South East Queensland Futsal Premier League Championship game by 1-0.
Football is my favourite. I love playing it with my friends.
When I score a goal, I celebrate and dream of playing for the Caltex Socceroos.
And this is where it all starts, with the Aldi Mini-Roos kick-off program. I grab my shin pads, boot bag, drink bottle and bowl, then join my mates for some fun.
It's great. We learn new skills every week through games and activities. These help us learn about teamwork and respect for others.
My mum cheers me on the sidelines. She loves watching me play. She likes it that football is such a safe sport.
But best of all,
We make lots of new friends.
And if we are lucky, we might run into the Aldi Mini-Roos ambassadors.
Wow, it's Archie Thompson. He's a legend. And Steph Catley from the Westfield Matildas. She is amazing. Come and join Australia's biggest football program for kids. Come and join us.
We swear a lot at Total Tools. We swear by our range. We swear by our service. And of course, we swear by our prices. So you'll know that you're buying at the best price every day. Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
And we're back live. Sunshine Coast Wave in the blue, kicking from right to left early in this second half. But it is the orange-clad Galaxy who are leading this one by a 1-0. A cracking goal it was too. And they probably had the better of that first half, although plenty of goal-scoring opportunities from both teams. Really has been the Rafael de Lima and Tyrone Inoue show, where Jesse Prego has certainly been more than up to it as well. Some wonderful skill being displayed. And Stacey probably the best of the fast footwork so far in the first half, at least. But there is a long way to go in this South East Queensland Premier League Grand Final, the Open Men's competition. Goal scorer Inoue. Prego. Inoue once more. Prego. Lima. Space and passing avenues opening up for Galaxy at the moment. Here's Inoue. Shot comes away. Prego maintains possession though. Goes all the way back. And probably the first loose pass of the entire half. 72 seconds of glorious possession from Galaxy FC. Now it's Sunshine Coast Waves' turn. How will they respond? Jez Lofthouse chases down, and again it's just helped out. There's Parkinson with the shot, but he's only proceeding coughing up possession. Dallas Dack goes back to Inoue. Lovely football. Dack wants it. De Lima couldn't quite squeeze it through to him. Pressure's still on though, and Concalves has to play the ball out. If you're just joining us, just a cracking day of futsal action from the Animeers Velodrome here in Brisbane. The youth competition, Galaxy FC, who picked up the win on penalties after an enthralling 4-4 draw after extra time. How about that for a shot from Inoue? Needed a good save, and we got one. From Joel Giogiono, it's a goalkeeping substitution for the Wave at half-time. Joel Giogiono earning his crust in the second half. Early doors, that's just a fine save. Stewart wants a return ball, was up against his opposite number, De Lima. De Lima helps that one onto the banking, or it doesn't quite get there, just disappears down the race. With our Football Queensland ball boys. They're sprinting down there. A little bit of gamesmanship. And giving that ball back or not, as the case may be. Concalves doesn't worry about that. Almost squeezes through side netting with the second shot from Eric Concalves. Parkinson was waiting. Lovely touch, lovely shot. That one's hit the banking. That was Dallas Dack, leading goal scorer in the competition with 31 goals. The Wave can't quite keep possession at the moment. Well, Inoue coughs it up then, and the Wave will have an opportunity to build from the back now. There are some absolute rifles of shots coming in, backwards and forwards. Calves lofts this one up towards Parkinson, who does well against Inoue, a much smaller man. He's got two men around him now, though, and the combination of Inoue and Dack managed to win the ball for the Galaxy, and that's lovely footwork, and it's flashed across the face. We almost had the second goal of the game. And it almost went to Dallas Dack. Just need a bit of housekeeping to take place. Sweat being mopped up. It is warm here, although it does seem to have cooled down a little as the evening's gone on. Velodromes like to be a certain temperature. They do have the big fan above the centre circle here. The futsal court, but it's actually not in operation at the moment. It's another fierce shot comes flying in. And it was again Dallas Dack. He's got an absolute shotgun at the end of his boots. He fires those shells all around the goal, but hasn't managed to find the back of the net as yet. Competition's leading goal scorer. This man has, though, Tyrone Inouye. Stacey under pressure from Sewell. It's his first appearance of the day. Made a big shout, but is in fact going to be Galaxy ball. They're being penned in a little bit. Inouye does really well, but that ball has gone out. He'll get the ball back. Free kick has gone the way of Jesse Prego. Dangerous ball across the face, but went behind Jeremy Stewart. Stewart still there pressing. Prego forces that one straight out under the close watch of Jeremy Stewart. So good pressure up front from Sunshine Coast Wave, and you just need to see how the Wave can respond to going a goal down. They went a goal down in the 9th minute of the match. Stewart can't keep that one in, so they will cough up possession once more. Still skill, but Stewart just does enough. He's under a lot of pressure from Rafael de Lima, and somehow that is a Sunshine Coast Wave ball. It looked like Jeremy Stewart might have got the last touch. Obviously wasn't the case. Stewart fires that one in, gets the return ball from Parkinson, and the ball's in the back of the net. How about that? What a strike from Ben Parkinson. They don't do ordinary goals, these futsal boys, do they? Have a look at this. Tried the return ball to Stewart. It wasn't on. And then, oh, how about that? Did it get a touch from Josh Sewell? He didn't respond, so perhaps not. He tries again. That might have come off the framework of the goal. Come off the crossbar. All of a sudden, the momentum has shifted firmly in the court of Ben Parkinson and the Sunshine Coast Wave. It's dumped to the deck by Scott Fedd on that occasion. And we are level pegging here at the Animeers Velodrome. Ben Parkinson from an almost impossible angle. Here's Edwards. Edwards is going to go right up the middle here. Inouye was stretching and he just managed to stretch out enough. Game back on. So, shot comes flying in from Edwards. So quick. Nice little turn there from Parkinson. Nice skills. And that's a little bit silly from Ben Parkinson. Earned himself a yellow card for what presumably is dissent. Nice little turn. And maybe he was adjudged to have just used his arms a little bit and refused to give the ball back quick enough. Play on, is Parkinson again, Stewart. Parkinson, Stewart. And the ball skips through, and the Galaxy will look to rebuild. Then to Inouye. Then encouraged to go forward. He picks up the ball now. Gives the ball back to Priego. Priego looking a little bit dishevelled after that collision. Here is Priego. Then he's wide. Uses Fen. Run was inside by Stacey, and he missed everyone. It'll be a Galaxy. It'll be a wave ball, apologies, on this near side. 1-1. 14 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. We will go to extra time if the score remains level, but we are a long, long way away from that happening. And then, as we had in the youth final, it'll be penalties, and of course with the reduced numbers on the pitch, it'll only be best of 3 before we go into sudden death and penalties. But again, we have a long way to go before we have to worry about things like that. Lovely touch from Stacey, especially if Stacey's going to be getting the ball inside here. Stacey goes all the way back. There was a touch off the chest of Patrick Moore. It was a vital touch in the end. A few appeals flying around there. Total Tools referee Zach Keenan, and about as much interest in that as it deserved, is Priego. Stacey with the skill. A wry smile on his face. Fen had a lot of space, uses that space wisely. There was definitely a push. Stacey, there might be some suggestion that he stood on the ball. We'll be able to see clearer here. No, I think that's probably a fair call. Just used his weight to upset the balance of Stacey, although the play had reached its conclusion. Nevertheless, a great opportunity for Galaxy to retake the lead. Two-man wall. Now Stacey going to approach this. Goes wide. Change of angle. Didn't do them much good for Galaxy. Rafael de Lima. Missing the target, unusually. Stewart plays that ball forward. Lovely ball forward by Moore, and we have a complete role reversal here at the Anna Meares Velodrome. It's Patrick Moore who puts the Sunshine Coast Wave ahead. Wonderful pass by Jeremy Stewart. Right down the line, and that's a fine touch. Keeper Brandon Hoskins in no man's land. Patrick Moore gets the goal, and having trailed early doors, just 8 minutes, or 7 minutes into the second half, it's the Sunshine Coast Wave who have the advantage. They lead the Galaxy FC, the reigning premiers, by 2-1. How will Galaxy respond to going behind? They looked well worth their lead in that first half. But they might respond by showing a little bit more composure, you would hope, and I'm sure that'll be the view of their coach and supporters as well. Just coughing up possession a little bit, being put under pressure, the Premiers, by the team that they beat to that title by just 2 points. Here's the goal scorer, Patrick Moore. Can't maintain possession. Just a reminder, the International Football Coaching Conference Australia had early bird offer, ends on the 20th of December, so give yourself an early Christmas present and you can get 15% off. With leading experts, both locally and abroad, will be there. Of course, visit the website for more information. That's ifcca.com.au. Prego, Dallas Stack, leading goal scorer. Such a threat with his powerful shooting. Prego gives the ball back to Dak. Dak tries to squeeze that one back to Prego, just the two of them playing their own game at the moment. Dak with the shot, how about that for a save? Jogi Ono. Powerful hand. Danger has not passed. We'll come back live because Galaxy are on possession. Here's the opening goal scorer of the game, Inoue. And then Prego rather fluffs his lines and plays that ball out on the full over on that far side. Not an orange shirt in sight. They are a little rattled. Intercepted by Une. The shot did come in, but not enough power from Dak, and it's cleared away. Pressure still on the Sunshine Coast Wave, and that was of their own doing. Orange shirt sweeping forward. Here's Prego. Inoue scored that wonderful opening goal for Galaxy FC. Rafael de Lima. Back to Dak. De Lima with the shot. No way through there. It's Patrick Moore who got in the way. Another tall, dare I say, lanky figure on the Sunshine Coast. Showing he's more than adept with a ball at his feet. In the same way as his teammate, who's currently on the bench, Jez Lofthouse. Another blocked shot. The player down. It's Rafael de Lima. And it's a yellow card being shown. So that must have happened off the ball. Let's have a look. Yes. Oh. Tell you what, yellow. He's a very lucky boy because that was just a cuff to the back of the head. And I think that's what the Galaxy players are asking as well. Sunshine Coast Wave players will do well just to keep quiet here. Did it not happen in the box? Lots of questions to be asked about that decision. Dallas Stack is going to rifle one in. I pity those standing on the goal line. It doesn't ever reach them. It was blocked instead by Ben Parkinson. What a save off the crossbar. Jogi Ono makes his feelings clear. What a save. It was on him in a flash. He managed to get two strong palms to it and back off the crossbar. Josh Sewell was the man yellow carded, and he has gone to the bench, and you could say he's lucky that he wasn't sent there sooner. Very, very difficult. He's rather scuffed. Inoue goes down. Handball the call, not given by our Total Tools officiating team. Inoue Dak, shape to shoot, thought better of it. Here's Priego. Priego over the other side, and that was another lovely shot from Inoue. Gee, he watches them so well onto the foot and rifles them goalwards, and it took another really good save from Joe Giorgiano. And there is sweat on the pitch once again. Could cause a real hazard. You saw on the replay there. Hiron Inoue just has all the skills. And as we approach the final 9 minutes of this game, it's the Sunshine Coast Wave who have the 1-goal advantage. You'd want more with Hiron Inoue. Ability from those lofted passes. Hopefully you'll be able to check out his goal on social media. It's at Football QLD on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, Football Queensland. It's a rather optimistic call of handball. It looks quite clear that the keeper was in the area. That's sloppy. An opportunity now for Parkinson. Well out was Brandon Hoskins. That was sloppy from Galaxy. Haven't seen that too many times. Poor pass. Under hit from Priego. And Inoue was caught flat-footed. The wind has been taken out of their sails somewhat. Shot comes in. It was Edwards who hit it. Fairly comfortable for Hoskins. He didn't have to move. Oh, control that. And again, trying to tee up Inoue. That time it was off the chest of Dak, but didn't quite get to him, and Galaxy will have to build from their own half this time. Here's Priego. Dak with the fancy footwork this time. Lots of space on this near side for De Lima. Priego. Priego shoulder to shoulder with Parkinson. Parkinson wins out on that occasion. Can't quite beat Stacey. Man challenges flying in. Well, I think there's absolutely no doubt that that was a foul, and it will be a yellow card for Jeremy Stewart. Total Tools referees will have to be careful here to make sure this doesn't get a little bit out of hand. Tell you what, he flew in then, Jeremy Stewart. Tough tackling. It's uncompromising stuff from both these teams so far. And Zach Keenan's just going to have a word with the Sunshine Coast bench. And they're arguing that there's no shot comes in. Very comfortably dealt with by Giorgiano. At the other end, Parkinson can't get his foot onto it. It's end-to-end stuff, this futsal, so entertaining. It's been a real pleasure to be here at such a magnificent venue to watch this and some of the football that's been played, particularly by the Galaxy, it has to be said, as shape to shoot once more. That time is Adam Stacey who sees his shot blocked. It really has been something to behold, but hasn't quite come off of them so far. They try by a goal to nil. Dak fires in a shot, retains possession, goes all the way back to square one where Brandon Hoskins awaits. And Brandon Hoskins really got his wires crossed on that occasion and just gifts the ball straight back to the Wave. A few more long balls being played now. Dak does well to keep that one in. De Lima. Lima's continued his run. Stacey trying to squeeze it through, can't get it past Parkinson, but plays it off Parkinson, and he will have possession on that far side. Takes it quickly, lofts it in. De Lima went down pretty softly, and then Dallas Dack went right underneath it. De Lima's asking the question. De Lima should have stayed on his feet. The simple answer to that question, because there wasn't enough contact to warrant the pass, and then Stacey in danger, just spins out of it. Lovely footwork, lovely skill again being exhibited by these players in this magnificent arena. Rafael de Lima defends on the field again, back to de Lima. De Lima edging himself closer to shooting position. Doesn't squeeze itself through to him though. Parkinson. Shot! That time by Edwards. It was always going away. There's 6.5 minutes remaining. Always going away, and great camera angle though. Here provided by Double Take. For Football Queensland. Hope you enjoy wherever you're watching from. Do let us know in the comments, and especially if you're a Galaxy fan, because that could have been the moment. Rafael de Lima poking the ball wide of the goal when surely he had to hit the target. Lovely footwork, but no space at all. And then there was a bit of an incident down to our left. Brandon Hoskins, the Galaxy keeper, collected, I think, by Edwards, but shows no ill effect and got on with it quickly, to his credit. Tempers are getting raised. Oh, lovely footwork, brilliant footwork. Is it in? No. Had to have another part of it, did Giorgiono. What wonderful footwork from Stacey. Been really impressed with him in close quarters today. Oh, here's an opportunity now for Concalves. Could finish it. Doesn't finish it. End-to-end stuff here at the Animeers Velodrome. More good footwork by Stacey. It's back to De Lima. De Lima with the shot. Really good save again by Giorgiono. They've opted for, how about that for footwork in it? Oh, so close to squeezing through by Adam Stacey. The Wave have opted for a different goalkeeper in each half. They've both played their part. And Giorgiono is keeping his side in the lead as things stand, as that ball is just lofted towards Brandon Hoskins' goal line. Rafael de Lima. Scott Fenn. Scott Fenn changing direction. Switching the angle of attack. Stays in. Well done, Dallas Dack. Dack. Tried to squeeze that one through. Just squeezed it past the outstretched foot of Ben Parkinson. And both players go to Dack. There is absolutely nothing in that. And play is correctly allowed to continue. Well aimed throw towards Parkinson, and Parkinson will be well advised to just get out of there rather than getting involved with the ball after it's got out of play. Dack plays on quickly. Parkinson, one of 3 players on Wave colours to be shown a card so far. The others being Stewart and Josh Sewell, who was lucky to only be shown a yellow, it has to be said. For what looked like a bit of a cuff around the ear or the back of the head. It was always going wide from Priego. Giorgiono wants his players upfield and shows why with that long throw in the direction of Parkinson. It was helped out though by Rafael de Lima. So Both sets of players clearly tiring now in this warm atmosphere at the Animeers Velodrome. The heat might work for the cyclists. It's not quite working for the futsal players, as we see a timeout, and it was called by the Galaxy bench. The 60-second timeout. Both camps have one per half, and gives us an opportunity here in the commentary booth to thank our sponsors from Football Queensland. All those sponsors on the stream, particularly the Total Tools refereeing team. The Oaks All Sport providing the balls, and Kappa, the apparel sponsor of Football Queensland. You'll be able to find all those details for the sponsors on the Football Queensland website. It's footballqueensland.com.au, and all the atmosphere and reaction from these futsal finals, as well as the fixtures for the National Premier League's Queensland men's and women's competitions and the Football Queensland Premier League will be available soon. So make sure you check out footballqueensland.com.au, and of course you can get there via our social media channels, YouTube and Facebook at Football Queensland, and Twitter and Instagram at FootballQLD. Of course, the early bird offer for the International Football Coaching Conference in Australia, and you can save 15% by booking before December the 20th, so treat yourself to an early Christmas present. ifcca.com.au for all the details. Back to the action. It's Galaxy in possession of the ball. Been a change of goal. Adam Stacey, in fact, has put the goalkeeper jersey on. So the goalkeeper in name only. Well, no doubt he is adept between the sticks, but he's playing from an attacking role, looking to use that extra man wisely, the Galaxy, in order to get themselves back into the game. Shot gets rifled in. It's really well saved, and then at the second attempt, it was inviting for Rafael de Lima. But it was snaffled up by Giorgiano. The Galaxy will come again. Stacey setting up a really tight arc for Galaxy players here. Priego. Dak, back to Priego. Stacey. Azinoe on the inside. Goes instead back to Priego on the roof of the arc. Shot comes flying in across the face. That time by Dallas Dak. They're just trying to fashion an opening, but it's disciplined defence from the Sunshine Coast Wave. They'll just be trying to look to those outlet balls now, but it's just going to come straight back. There is 3 minutes remaining in this game. And here is Stacey. Stacey, what a save! Oh, how about that from Joe Giorgiano? He has been worth his weight in gold for the Sunshine Coast Wave so far in this second half. A half-time substitute for Brendan Prickett. He has been absolutely magnificent, and more so again there. Saving from his nominal opposite number, but the arc still being created now. Here's Fenn. Fenn gets the ball back from Priego. De Lima down a blind alley and just about escapes. He wants an option. Didn't get it. Here's Jesse Priego. Stacey wearing the goalkeeper's jersey. It just ran away from it a little bit. Open goal! Just off target. Was there a deflection? That's certainly what the Wave players are suggesting. That's not how our Total Tools referees saw it. They would have welcomed the pressure release. Did that ball go out? No, according to our referee on that far side. That's Zach Keenan, the senior referee. Here's Sam Stacey. Priego. Nice dummy shot. Another opportunity. Oh, it's pinballing around the area. Giorgiano hasn't caught everything, but he's certainly stopped everything so far. There is absolutely zero pressure on nominal goalkeeper Adam Stacey at the moment. Will be a wave ball that time. The pass going out on the full. Not much space to work with there. It's pegged. Galaxy FC back. They'll have to escape this time for Inoue. Now Prego. Inoue. Prego. Inoue. Setting things up. Here's De Lima. De Lima back to Prego. Is it opening up for Prego this time? It's opening up instead for Fenn. Another good save. Oh no, it came off the woodwork, did it? Crediting Giorgiano even when unavailable, and that could have ended things there had Jeremy Stewart got on the end of that. We'll see this shot now. Oh, it was not a save, it was just the woodwork. Even his leaves are going well. Joel Giorgiano still directing traffic now. De Lima. Prego. Change in angle for Fenn. Stacey. Priego. De Lima. De Lima. That avenue's closed down pretty quickly. That is full time! You heard the cry of exultation from the Sunshine Coast Wave. They have upset the premiers, Galaxy FC, with a stunning come-from-behind victory in the South East Queensland Futsal Premier League Grand Final. It was Galaxy who opened the scoring with a wonder strike from Tirone Inoue, but then 2 goals in the second half. One from Ben Parkinson and the other from Patrick Moore, that has given the Wave a fantastic victory. 2-1 was the final score, and that has been a really fantastic way to end proceedings here at the Anna Mears Velodrome. We'll wrap things up here quickly so we can get to the presentation awards ceremony. But congratulations to both teams. That was a phenomenal contest. Tight, compelling, but in the end it was a Sunshine Coast Wave. I've been Simon Smale. This has been a Double Take production for Football Queensland. We hope you join us next time on Football Queensland, on Football Queensland Facebook page and YouTube channel. Have a good afternoon.